Well, we can use that and jump into the Diablo event stream for season 1 that happened. What is season 1 of Diablo 4, Co? What is happening?
Season 1 of Diablo is this new kind of demon gem system where essentially they're going to start making it so sockets on gear are different types of like infested sockets. Like they're going to be different colors. And you'll be able to slot in these hearts that you get from enemies that then add passives and interesting things to your character via those means.
Got it.
That is going to be the big kind of hook.
Yeah.
I think it's called Mal something. Chat can help me out here.
Malignant Tunnel is what I'm saying.
Malignant. Yes. And a man attributed that to his butt at some point also. Just thought you should know that. Yeah, Malignant. There we go.
Great.
Maligma. What's Maligma? Anyway, so it's
that's a great one.
So that's the main thing. They also talked more about the season, not the season pass. Well, kind of the season pass, the battle pass kind of thing. One thing that is kind of cool that I certainly didn't know about is you're going to be adding aspects to the progression of the season pass thing. So as you actually do more and accomplish more in your character, you're going to unlock aspects that you can then put on your gear, which is kind of cool. Aspects are the same thing you get from dungeons.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to be adding more of those in the season as well, which is cool. They did talk more about how Renown is going to work. It's not, I think they had pretty much already announced this, but Renown is basically going to be, you're going to have to, after a certain date, you're going to have to log in your character one time, or all of your characters that have the most progress in the different areas. And when you log in your character after this certain date, which I want to say is the 18th, then it will then add that character to your account's total progress. And moving forward, that will always be unlocked in your Renown for seasons and things moving forward.
Cool.
Okay. So they did say that to move from the old to the new system, you will have to log that in. So as hardcore players are finding out, like, don't die until the 18th.
Oh God. Okay.
But yeah, you will have to log. Basically, if you have like one character that has 30 Lilith statues and one character who's exposed the entire map, you'll want to log both those characters in after the 18th, and it will combine all their progress into your account. Cool. So, that's how it's going to work. So just they established that, which is cool. There will be like, I believe there's going to be like an adventure mode kind of dealy, which is good as well. And yeah, they went over some of the premium stuff, the paid stuff. Now, one thing that I personally didn't like, I think some people said that they actually did like this. I'm going to go ahead and say I was not in this camp. They did decide that these campfire chats are going to involve, yeah, I know, right?
I fucking how like that. What a fucking meme. Like it's just a massive meme.
It's really hard.
Yeah. No, it's always the most expensive thing is the best value. You know that, right?
Of course, always.
It's the best value.
They did bookend the devs the fireside chat with basically like the beginning was like 15 to 20 minutes of Diablo Immortal.
Oh,
and then
really?
during the Q&N session at the end, they brought back the Immortal devs to like answer some questions about Immortal. Personally, I hated that. I think people that play Immortal or people that know about Immortal fall into two categories. Either they play it or they absolutely hate it and don't want to hear about it ever again for any reason at any source or point of view.
Sure.
So it's a little bit weird that they're trying to like jam those together for these. Chat was going obviously crazy during the Immortal part about how terrible it was and how much it sucked. And
so that new class that was announced, that's for Immortal?
Yes.
Oh my God. I saw that on Twitter and I was like, hey, we're getting a new class. That's fucking
You're not
exciting.
getting a new class for free.
So
Are you crazy? No, they actually made a point to mention that they have not announced any classes for D4. Nope, that is 100% an Immortal class.
Man, even I saw like 5 seconds of the cutscene. I was like, this looks cool as hell. This is great. We're getting a new class so quick. Man.
No, absolutely not. No. But hey, you can always play Immortal if you wanted to play it.
I wonder how many people, let's see. How is Immortal doing?
Oh, it's doing great.
Is it?
It's doing well enough for them to put it at the front of their freaking fireside. Like, oh my God, dude. I'm sure it's making them tons of money. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I would be baffled if it wasn't like one of their most money-making projects right now.
This is, how old is this? June 20th. Came out and said Diablo Immortal has made $525 million in its first year. It earned 22 million downloads worldwide, according to data.ai. China is reportedly the largest market for Immortal, with 37% of revenue generated in this region. The United States is also significantly contributing to the growth, making up around 24% of total revenue.
And obviously, the point of the Fireside was they want to expose as many possible players as they can to Immortal.
To download it, yeah.
Which makes sense. But
you got 2 weeks of downtime here. Go play Immortal. You got a whole game to play on your phone.
Pretty much.
Diablo on the go. Also,
and look, we just gave you this free new class.
There's a brand new class you could jump in and play.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Marketing.
But that being said, I will say I still enjoyed watching the Fireside. It is nice. The informal, unprofessional, like it's nice. It's a nice change of pace from like the very PR heavy kind of events. And they did give good information on Season of the Malignant, which is their next one. And yeah, I mean it's still they make it fun to watch. They make it fun to watch. They're pretty chill about it.
I'm trying to see where this opinion piece came from. Maybe it was Polygon, or maybe it was Kind of Funny.
Oh,
put out a video.
Wait, did they officially say that?
Say what?
Rex in my channel says it was a dev update, not a Fireside. So that was not a okay.
Yeah, they have some naming aspects.
Sorry.
The one prior to was the Fireside, but this was the dev update. Yeah.
Okay. Which was basically the same thing as the Fireside.
It's the same thing. It's just a different moniker.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Essentially, the opinion piece was, the way that I took it as a PoE player, was non-PoE players being exposed to the PoE seasonal update and then posing the question, am I going to re-level again with this new update and start from scratch? Or am I just going to skip the season? And I was like, hey, I've seen that conversation before. I know that whole process. And so I'm now curious, like, are you going to jump back in with this new season and start leveling all over again from 1? As someone who played a lot of Diablo 4, I think I asked you a while back the same question. You said no, pretty emphatically, if I recall. Did what you see from the announcement change at all?
I will say that it's funny because I do like the main story, and they're essentially PoEing the game, except with the option to skip the main story. I think that I probably will play it a little bit to see how impactful the gem stuff is. Also, apparently, they have, as they have termed themselves, a super chunky patch that is also coming with the first season. So maybe they'll make some changes. Yeah,
okay.
Just patch in general.
Oh, cool.
Maybe I'll log in and say that or see that. I don't know. I don't like. It's weird because I certainly wouldn't have the same goals that I had the first time I played. So I'm not really sure. Like I will say I would have been a lot more interested in this if they would have announced like, yeah, there's a bunch of new world bosses to fight at high level, or we're adding a new end game mechanic, or like the stuff they've actually announced, or they do say battle a new boss there at the bottom. Which I don't know if they talked about the new boss.
Let's see.
But I will say that one thing that was
Varshan the Consumed. That's it.
Yeah, one thing that kind of made me lose interest in the base Diablo game was that I got towards the end game, did everything in the end game multiple times, and I was just kind of like, and I stopped setting goals. That's when I know I'm running out of steam in a game, is when I no longer have a long-term goal. And I will say that from this, outside of the quest line, which I will probably do the new quest line. They introduced a new character. That stuff seems like it could be cool. Like, I'm sure it's not going to be the same length as a base game, but I will at least do the new quest line. Unless they kind of lead that into some new interesting endgame thing that has like, a place to go to the end. I just don't know what would keep me playing it.
Yeah.
I don't really have any new goals to set outside of maybe if I'm really enjoying my class and there's a specific build that I want to realize or something. I don't even know what class I'm going to play yet. So, we'll see.
I am so interested to see what happens when you take like the Path of Exile formula in terms of seasonal content and whatnot and expose that to the Diablo player base that has never been exposed to that before. Like, are they going to immediately jump back in and want to re-level something new? Or is it just going to be like, well, I don't want to do any of this again. I've already done this. Give me my character that exists that's powerful because I've already created that character and he's powerful. I don't want to do this all over again.
Well, I mean, D3 had seasons.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily the same, was it? Like I didn't play much D3 in seasonal content. Was it the same style of content in terms of what PoE offered?
I think if you were to say it was a blueprint for what D4 is doing, I think that would, it's
that's safe to say. Okay,
they're carrying it over. Yeah,
got it.
Except as some people in chat are saying, it's the same between the two games, but D3s were like smaller versions of PoE.
That's what I always thought. Yeah, that's
not. I mean, they still had the similar stuff, but I don't think they were quite just on the scope.
Got it. I also think too that player base wise, season 1 of Diablo 3 was pretty tarnished because like the real money auction house and everything existed, where this game has been a fairly successful launch across the board. And PoE exists now, right? So there's an alternative. On the other side of things, I'm also excited for PoE to probably have their biggest season of all time whenever they announce their new season because of how successful Diablo 4 was. And now there's going to be like competition.
We got PoE2 stuff around the corner. People getting excited, man.
Yeah. I thought they were going to launch this on ExileCon weekend, which is the 28th. But it's coming out
a lot
the
of
weekend
people,
before.
They're trying to get a leg up. Exactly. I got to say this, and this is something I don't think they're doing this, and it blows my mind they're not. Like, how is PoE not doing seasons even now, where it's like if you accomplish these goals in the season, then we'll unlock these cosmetics for you in
PoE2. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
everything carries over, right?
So it does, but like they love their FOMO. Like like time limited stuff and stuff like I just if they wanted to inflate their numbers for their
they could lean into that
right
marketing.
Oh God, it would be ridiculous. I know Chad is going, no. Oh wait, time out. Chad is saying they are doing that.
Well, the seasonal challenge stuff always carries over. And
I'm not talking about general challenges.
Yeah.
I'm talking about stuff that is season specific that would be available in PoE2 specifically. So I realize that if I'm not wrong here, every cosmetic you open in PoE carries over to PoE2.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they could like make some really fancy, nice ones that are designed for like PoE2's engine and stuff. Like super super nice ones and really promote them, kind of thing.
Yeah. Put the marketing.
I don't think they've done anything like that yet.
Yeah. I don't think so. That's coming up later this month though with the ExileCon stuff. I think
let's wait for PoE2. I think most people are waiting for PoE2. That's the thing.
28th and 29th. Yeah. Probably. Are we getting a beta date during ExileCon? Isn't that the big rumor? Or I don't. Chad, you'll have to fill me in on if that's the case. We are. Okay.
That's the rumor.
Maybe. We are / maybe is what I'm seeing. So that's cool. I like competition in that space. It would have been very interesting if that launched the day prior to ExileCon, though, which I think everyone thought they were going to do.